It's the Citadel of spiders. Watch out. You might find spiders here. I know, it's weird, but, you know. Hi, I'm Game Guy. It's time for more Let's Play Pikmin 2. Here we are. Spider Town. This is a Skitterleaf. He's not very threatening, and in fact, can't hurt you. I think at worst, he can, like, knock your Pikmin around and cause them to lose flowers. But, like, that's it. Yellow Pikmin have a very high throwing arc, which is useful in a lot of situations, but for right now, it's not overly relevant. They're slightly weaker than the red Pikmin, so they're not, like, the most ideal at combat. You know, generally speaking, you will probably want the red ones around, but, you know. We got some friends around here. Please cease and desist with all of that. You've killed my friend who was over there for some reason. Guys, can you stop? Now I've got Pikmin everywhere. They're just all over the place. No one even knows what's happening. No, don't do that. Stop it. It's rude. Did I, like, skip a cutscene somehow? Because I am somewhat confused as to why a certain cutscene hasn't played. Which is real unfortunate, because there's a funny thing that can happen, actually. Yellow guy, get the heck out of there. Oh, there's an egg over here. I just destroyed it. Let's go ahead and nectar up here. I can't get the perfect camera angle. If you can manage to see, like, a piece of nectar that's, like, right up against a wall, it's honestly one of the most ideal circumstances. Where is this treasure? I know it's around, but I haven't really been paying attention to the radar. It's over here. This is where it is. Let's go ahead and get this tomato. That's what I gotta do, man. That's what I gotta do. Get that real nice tomato. It's a tomato! It's a love nugget, actually. Don't be confused. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to use this nectar over here, and then I'm gonna head off to the next sub-level. Pikmin just randomly trip, by the way. Yeah, if you kind of can get it up against a wall, you just hug the wall, and most of the time, it's pretty easy to get all your Pikmin on them. The nectar's sweet goodness. Let's go down deep. Deeper than we possibly can imagine. My multicolored group of pals. Yeah. Sublevel 2 is where we might find the spiders, right? Everybody loves spiders. That's factual. Alright, we got more fire jets going on here. Well, that red Pikmin was real eager. It's fine, though. It's alright. Let's be careful. I don't wanna set everybody on fire. I don't know if you noticed at one point. Oh, hello. That's a thing that can happen sometimes, is you walk into a corner or something and then an egg will fall. Or sometimes other things. Generally speaking, you gotta be aware that things can kinda just fall from nowhere. It's very scary and dangerous. That's lip service, though. It's service for your lips. Not to be confused with the chapstick we got earlier, because it's totally different. Welcome to my nightmare. Alright. See, the trick here that I forgot, because I'm not quite used to Pikmin 2 anymore, I guess. You gotta be aware that these guys are gonna jump, essentially. So you kind of want to throw a few, not too many. Because they generally will jump, like, straight up. And that'll be a bad day, if you ask me. You throw a few on them, and then don't throw any more. Once they land, your Pikmin will be thrown off, and it's a bad day. You gotta be careful, because these guys can be pretty dangerous. All things considered. Sometimes they'll do that, which is very dangerous indeed. Other times they just kind of give up. Turns out, So enemies can, in fact, hold treasure, so you gotta be aware of that. Also, these aren't spiders because they don't have enough legs, but the red ones are dangerous, and you should probably fight them with red Pikmin. Probably. Because they have this ability that they have. It's their mutant ability power thing that I guess this one's just not doing. I don't know, if you can get them latched on top of it, they die fairly quick. They spew fire, is what I'm trying to say, alright? You gotta be aware of your enemy's abilities in this day and age. Generally speaking, you can just kind of throw Pikmin in their direction and they'll die eventually. Sometimes they'll do like a kamikaze attack as they die also. So, you gotta be a little bit aware that sometimes they'll do that shenanigans. It's not really a kamikaze attack, it's more like a last-ditch effort, I guess. These guys have another ability which is not yet realized. So, gonna see that soon, probably. Duckhead! Get excited for the paradoxical enigma. No one knows what it's about, what it's thinking, what its life story is, its preferences for restaurants on a cold Saturday night. No one even knows what it is. I got RC Cola, though. That's exciting. It's creative inspiration, actually. Don't be confused. Alright, well, there's a wall here. The thing this game seems to do a lot, actually, is just throw a wall in front of where the exit hole is, so that you can't just run to it without Pikmin, because, you know, on a lot of floors you can just kind of run to the hole and just jump down, and all your Pikmin teleport to you and everything. It's real nice and safe, but some floors, they throw a wall in the way, so you have to bring Pikmin there. So generally speaking, it's forcing you into encounters. These enemies are things. Hello. That's something important, but I'm gonna get back to that in a moment. There's a wall here that I'm gonna go ahead and break down real quick, like, because there's an egg on the other side. Let's go ahead and throw a Pikmin and throw a Pikmin. Hello, swooping Smit bug. How you doing? That extra Pikmin throw is in case Matites showed up, just so we're clear. Because that'll happen sometimes. Spoiler alert, Matites can appear from eggs. These are anode beetles. You gotta throw a Pikmin on top of them and then they'll flip over. Otherwise, they're just completely impervious to damage. By themselves, they don't really do much. So they're not really that much of a threat. If they group up, however, is when problems can occur. You see, he's trying to be all zappy. That's bad. It's very bad. If they're zappy and there's two nearby, it'll create an electric current between them, which is very dangerous because electricity in this game is instant death. If you throw a purple Pikmin near them, it will flip them over even if it doesn't land on top of them. So yet again, purple Pikmin, pretty good. They are not immune to electricity though, the Pikmin, so you best be sure, essentially. Yeah, as long as there's not another one around them, that little electrical zapping they do doesn't actually do anything. So they're pretty safe to attack when they're by themselves. Swoopin' Snitchbug, I need you to not be here in this locale. Just saying, that's what I would prefer right about now. Got a dude hanging out over there. Didn't realize there was another swooping Snitchbug in that room. Alright, I'm gonna try to flip these guys over real quick like. Mr. Watch is real excited about the prospect of flipping them over. Yeah, thankfully swooping Snitchbugs won't actually harm you, they're just kind of an annoyance. If you don't have enough Pikmin on them as they rise back into the sky, they actually will shake your Pikmin off, and I think you can lose flowers for that. So, I guess do be aware of that. Let's go ahead and take care of this last node beetle. He is not my friend. should be said. By the way, you notice my white Pikmin have found a little something here. There's a hidden item here. This one is kind of rude in the sense that, this is the only instance in the game. If you remember when I first entered this hole, it didn't say anything about gas. This is the only instance in the game where there is no gas in a dungeon, but there is also an item hidden underground, and no white Pikmin are to be found. Like, there's no white flowers here. That flower I found earlier does something different. I'll get to that in a second, I guess. I was waiting until I was kind of done with the floor to really talk about that, so, you know. Here we go. It's a shell. Well, half of one anyway. Memorial shell. That's a word I can say, I promise. I promise I'm capable of saying things. You just have to trust me, alright? We're gonna get some water chestnuts. Those are pretty cool, I guess. Maybe. Patience tester. You gotta have some patience here. Yeah, so if you didn't bring white Pikmin, you're gonna have a bad time down here. Do I have any leaves at all? I don't think so. So this is a queen candy pop bud. Whichever Pikmin you throw in, based on the color that it is, you can only throw in one. But it spews out up to 9 seeds of just new Pikmin. So it's a way to obtain new Pikmin while underground. I mean, pretty much the only way, actually. So, you know, they're pretty nice to have. They're pretty rare, though, so, you know, you're not gonna find them that much. Obviously, since I'm so close to the 100 threshold, I only got 2 out of it. Which is why I was waiting to see if, you know, somebody died while I was here. Didn't happen, though. It's fine. We shall live to see tomorrow. Where is the hole? Is it over here? It's over here, alright. Yeah, those are pretty nice. It costs 1 Pikmin, you get up to 9, so it's an 8 Pikmin profit. Sub-level 4 is here. Ready and waiting for me to explore it. Alright. Here we are. I feel like I'm hearing some noises that I might not like, but it's hard to tell. There's a white flower here. That's the thing. There is a white flower in this dungeon, but it's after the floor where you needed it. So it's weird, to be honest. I don't even really need that many white Pikmin. Like, as far as white Pikmin go in this game, you don't even really need that many. Ugh, this floor. Got some bad memories going on here. That's how I feel about today, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta deal with those memories, you gotta face your fears, you gotta flip the camera around wildly, get excited for the Hermit Crawmad. He's rude, actually. He's killed my Pikmin again. My PTSD is intensifying. Also, there's a water dumple involved. He's not my friend, and also, I don't really like this arrangement. I kind of want to go a different direction. That's not a safe combination of dudes. I'd rather go over here, test my luck in this general direction. Wow, water dumple. Oh, you're not coming over to me. You're just kind of wandering a little bit. Anything in this little alcove? Turns out yes. Oh, there's something here, but I can't see it. It's a water dumple, by the way. Watch out. They're very ferocious and they will eat you very quickly. Swarming them is generally not the best idea, but to be honest, there's not really a lot of good ideas against them. Purples are still pretty good, though. Alright, well, now that I got that out of the way, Hermit Crawmad, let's try this again. You want to wait for him to launch so you can just kind of make him miss, because then you can swarm him and there's essentially nothing he can do. He dropped some stuff, though. Let's go over here and collect Bowser while we're at it. Alright. You know what? I'll collect the corpse of my mortal foe. This is the one corpse I feel like getting right now. It's called Justice. It will be served for dinner with a side of nacho chips. Not very good nacho chips, because he doesn't deserve it. That match is just going crazy. 555 Troopas. That's not a real number, probably. You know, I'm wondering now if people tried calling that number, because first off, I doubt it's real. Second off, I mean, I feel like if a phone number appears literally anywhere, people have to try it. That's how it works, right? Anyway, Flame of Tomorrow, I guess. There's a Pikmin hanging out over there. He's stuck for some reason. Yeah, that's alright, though. It's alright, I guess. Yo, we got some chocolate in a cup. King of sweets. It is the king. There is yet more treasure to be had here. There's the cutscene. Ah, how could you possibly consider this beast a treasure? I mean, he murdered my friends in a past life and now, so, he deserves it. Beasts are incompatible with my circuitry despite the several you've already put in here. I suppose I will store your finds in my hold. I don't think beasts will be worth much. Probably. Yeah, so unfortunately, like, I only really did that because I thought I somehow skipped the cutscene, and it's weird. I wanted to save that little cutscene for later, actually, because funny things could happen. But it's fine. It's not a big deal. Where do I go? I break down the wall. That's what I do. The wall, it must come down. Eventually, it will come down. Yeah, so maybe it's certain creatures that trigger it. I don't know. It's weird. All right, someone's dog. Time capsule. That dog is trapped in an unending pause in time. Truly a tragedy if I've ever heard one. I should probably get more white Pikmin since I have the opportunity. You know, just it seems like the thing to do. Because, I mean, I feel like if I don't, I will be regretting it in some capacity. So, let's go ahead and do that. Is there any nectar around? I don't remember any, but there could have been some. Could have been. Alright, well, let's go down this hole. Actually, you know what? Technically speaking, I could just not save. Alright, in an effort to keep things consistent, we're pretty much the same. Some of the flowers and leaves might be a little different, but that's mostly negligible, so don't worry too much about it. It's fine. It's like nothing ever happened. This is important to me, listen. Don't worry about it. Where even are we but in a continuation of the final floor Citadel zone, Citadel sphere. This is just a room that exists. There's a room here. It's not that important. Around here somewhere, actually. Is it up there? It's around here somewhere. I want to get you good, sir. Yeah, if you throw purples around this guy, it'll generally be pretty good. That is not at all what I wanted to do, it turns out. I can't get purples, apparently. That's just, it's not a thing that can happen. You know, I wanted to save this nectar for other things. It turns out I'm not allowed. Let's just go over here and prepare for some death or whatever. I actually kind of don't want y'all in my group when I do this, because this is silly. There it is! Big ol' prepare for some death guy. He is here to say hello. He stomps around a lot. You kind of want to use yellows to latch onto him initially. And if you can, whistle every so often. Try to lead your Pikmin away from the feet. Generally speaking, a good idea. As long as you kind of are on top of things, you can stay in the center of him pretty easily, actually. Pikmin will lock onto his feet, which is kind of an annoyance. Just keep an eye on them. Well, I wasn't keeping an eye very good. Naturally, it was exclusively whites and purples that died. As you do. This is obviously not the best course of action here. Why do I keep, like, switching to yellows, but then it switches back? That's what's getting on my nerves here. I'm kind of surprised that guy didn't perish, if I'm being honest. I mentioned yellows in their combat skills, but they're pretty good against enemies that are high up. Like this guy. Also, we can go find the secret exit now. Finally. I've been waiting days. Nice, it's got a sparkle. Like everything else. A giant insect body has crumbled to dust. I'm quite relieved to know I won't have to store such an enormous bug. That's pretty good. This is a glittering widget. Nobody even knows. It doesn't need a lot of Pikmin to carry it. It's just one of those things. There is a treasure also somewhere. I think it's up here. It sure is. I was gonna say, I know there's a treasure that's buried around here somewhere. I need to get more Pikmin to actually latch onto the thing so they can dig it up, but evidently they don't want to. Finally, secret exit town. The key. This object seems familiar. I'm gonna combine it with the President's parallel dimension controller. 'Cause, you know, sensors indicate a massive dimensional shift at a distant location. I'm receiving a message from a far-flung dimension. Here we go. This is probably safe to show. Challenge mode can now be accessed from the title screen. I hate to break it to you, computer, but it was already accessible. But if it weren't, I bet this would unlock it. It appears to be total gibberish. Hopefully the messages it receives... Hopefully whoever it was for got the message. Listen, we're being clever with our fourth wall breaking. Don't worry about it. Name this apparently worthless device the key. That is what I've decided to name it. It has no use. This is factual. Alright, I kind of wanted there to be more nectar, but unfortunately I did not get such results. Because I scared away the glint beetle without so much as succeeding in retrieving its nectar goodness. Anyway, we're digging up a diamond, so that's exciting. It's a diamond! It's regal also. Wow. Anyway, let's get the heck out of here. As I recall, the day was ending, so we ain't really gonna have much time for anything else. So, you know. Got all this stuff! I lost 8 Pikmin, though, and it makes me all of the sad. I'm filled with eternal sadness. But I got my flag, so that's pretty alright, I guess. Man! My deathless run was going so good until I lost 2 Pikmin before this even happened, so... You know, it's just how it be sometimes. We got yellow Pikmin today, though. That's exciting. I may as well just go to end of day, because it's not like I can do anything right now with 7 seconds. It just ain't gonna happen. This isn't gonna happen. It can't happen. It is gonna just refuse to happen. So, turns out that's kind of almost all you can do in Perplexing Pool. There is a bit more, but it's probably in my best interest. The next time we're going elsewhere. These guys really are very interested in my ship. Sadly, they don't understand. They just don't. Man, we got another onion today, too? That's pretty rad, if I'm being honest. I said we got another onion today, too, as if it was an additional thing that had happened, but it was pretty much exclusively the thing I had already stated. Yeah, so I didn't get the one enemy added to my thing, so that cutscene still exists somewhere, probably. Wait, I lost 11? Did I lose 3 before this? I don't remember, because it said I lost 8 in the dungeon itself. Did I maybe lose one outside? I don't actually remember anymore. It's been that long. Terrible news! I thought I went to Happy Hockatate Savings and Loan, but it seems I went to the all-devouring Black Hole Loan Sharks instead. Usually they're better about this, but, not today, I guess. I mean, to be fair, all-devouring Black Hole Loan Sharks has actually got a pretty good rating. Better than the Happy Hockatate Savings and Loan. If anything, I think you're just kinda wishing that's what you went with. Anyway, next time, we're actually gonna go back to Awakening Wood for some shenanigans. I'll see you later, and goodbye!